I'm Jason Jorgensen. It is once again time for the Loper Football Show. We are joined by UNK head football coach Ryan Held. The Lopers back on the road again as this week they travel to Northwest Missouri. Last week we were in Joplin where the Lopers came up short on a soggy and rainy day. Ryan, as you look back on that game, maybe what are some of the things you'd like to improve upon this week and build on last week?
Well, the obvious, Jason, is we were -3 in turnovers, one being a pick six. We missed a field goal, very doable field goal, and we got stopped at the 1 yard line. And, I don't care who you're playing. You're not going to win just from that standpoint, from an offensive perspective. Defense played really well in the first half. I think they might only had 80 yards. And then the second half, though, unfortunately, we gave up a couple drives which, hurt us. But we had 430 yards of offense. We punted twice, but -3 in turnovers. You're just not going to win. Now, obviously, I haven't been able to figure out Missouri Southern. I'm 0-3 against them. It's like Nightmare on Elm Street when we play them. But last year's loss was for different reasons. This year, listen, they lost to Northwest by 7, Fort Hays by 7, Emporia by 7. They're going to win some games. They got good players. And when you turn it over 3 times, you're just not, Jason, going to get this done in this league. We're still right there, even in those scenarios, but you're not going to win. And our 3 losses, we've turned the ball over more. And the games that we've won, we haven't. It's just a pretty simple formula for us.
Also goes to show just how deep this league is. Even though Missouri Southern's record doesn't show it, just about on any week, anybody can get anybody.
Well, you look at the scores last week. Crazy. Northwest beat Fort Hays by a large margin. UCO beat Emporia by a large margin. UCM lost to Washburn by a large margin. Pitt beat Missouri Western. It's anybody can beat anybody on a given day, but I think a lot of those games, you go back and turnovers were a big part of it.
You were improved Saturday though on third down conversions. That has to be something to build on.
Yeah, we were definitely better, and we moved the ball better. Our time of possession was good. Now, at the end of the day, it comes down to how many points you score, and we still didn't. We didn't get that done like we needed to. But there were positive things. Stone Wilson had a really nice game. Obviously we turned the ball over at quarterback, but there were some good plays in the throwing game that we did. Devon Hall caught a touchdown pass, redshirt freshman. Riker Evans caught a touchdown pass. So there's good things in the soup, so to speak, but the soup was definitely cold.
We have not talked about this much. You are not one to make excuses, but it seems like since Isaiah Harris got hurt, unfortunately, now you've also had a rash of injuries to deal with.
Yeah, it's crazy. And injuries are part of the game. But boy, there's some times that you just kind of like shake your head like, wow, this is crazy. But on the flip side, in the second half, Jason, I think at one point, don't quote me, but there were 6 or 7 redshirt freshmen playing on offense. So that's really encouraging of the foundation we have in this program. But like every week, you have to flush it, good or bad. Now this is our 4th of 5 on the road, going against Northwest on their homecoming, number 1 team in the league. They're feeling pretty good about themselves, as they should. They're playing well, both sides of the ball, and in special teams, they're a good football team. So we got our work cut out for us.
How about this Bearcat squad? Last couple of years, they weren't what they've been. They made a coaching change, and it looks like this thing is just taken off for them.
Yeah, it's a rocket ship right now. They're averaging 300 plus yards a game the last two to 3 weeks rushing the ball. They have a quarterback that runs like Eric Crouch. He's really fast, and they do what they do defensively. They got some guys back. They're just well coached. They're figuring out what they can do. They're hitting people at the right time. And so they should feel good about themselves. They're playing well with the new staff. I mean, I think they had a few holdovers, but they got those guys playing at a very high level right now.
What's the key for you just to get back to the blueprint that has worked for you guys to be competitive with people? One, you've got to find a way to win the turnover battle, and two, probably have to hope for a big day from your defense.
Yeah, I mean, if they run the ball, which they've been able to do on a lot of people, that's been their formula. I mean, listen, we've been in every one of these games, win or lose, and we don't expect it to be any different. I think our guys will look forward to get on the practice field today and get back to work. The pundits will say we have no shot to win the game. The media will say we don't have any shot to win. But that's why they put the games on the schedule, and we feel that we'll put together a game plan to give our players a chance to go succeed. But you said it, Jason. Our formula is we cannot turn the ball over. We got to stop the run, and then we just have to keep getting better on offense. Which again, I think we made some nice strides of that last week. Make these guys have to, convert on their third downs, not be 3rd and 1 because of the running game, be 3rd and 8, and play the game how it's supposed to be played.
All right, Coach. As always, we appreciate your time.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it.
You bet. That was UNK head coach Ryan Held. His thoughts on this one. The Lopers will look to ruin homecoming for Northwest Missouri on Saturday. Kickoff at 2. We'll have the game on 93.1 The River and 106.9 in Kearney. For our studio producer, John Willis, and for Coach Held, I'm Jason Jorgensen saying thanks for tuning in to the Loper Football Show.